Yo, what's good? You're listening to Everyday Superpower. Alright, we're going to talk a little bit about colour psychology today. It's going to be great game for you to apply to your aesthetic, so the outfits you wear and how you can observe the world around you and pay attention to marketing and so on and so forth, potentially even look into the subconscious of another via the colours they have chosen to put on themselves in that particular moment or day or week or year. You see where I'm coming from? What colours they're attracted to and so on and so forth. So we're going to start off with the colour red, okay? What we're going to do in this video is we're going to have a look into the meaning, what red establishes and conveys, what it can provoke psychologically. We're going to look at dating and attraction in relation to the colour red, okay? We're going to look at the colour red in regards to business, branding and marketing. We're going to have a relatively deep dive into what we take for granted. There's a big, great, deep meaning when it comes to each and every hue and shade of every single colour, okay? So we're going to take it from quite a distanced view. We're going to look at red as a whole, but this is one thing you want to hold on to, so let's move onwards. So from the get-go, we're really going to emphasize, concentrate and establish how powerful the color red is as far as the spiritual and religious significance. It's the colour of blood, full stop, let alone the blood of Christ and the fires of hell, okay? So historically speaking, red has been deemed, even on a subconscious level, incredibly powerful, okay? The colour red draws the viewer's attention, potentially from a evolutionary standpoint, as it's the colour of fire and our survival mechanism pinpoints our way to the colour red to ensure that we are safe and sound. It's how marketers will attract us to their brand. I mean, what you will see is the most popular colours in marketing as far as fast food is concerned, and you'll see this recurring, the colour yellows and the colour reds. When there is a sale, it's in the colour red. When you are driving down the street and somebody says stop, a stop sign should I say, it's in colour red. When there's a danger sign, it's the colour red. You see where I'm coming from? It catches the attention. It's an argument as to whether red is the most bold and eye-catching colour, or if it's yellow. Red you can definitely pay attention to a little longer, whereas yellow gets very sickly on the eyes very fast. So that's why there is a dispute as to what the most powerful colour is. Social media, Instagram, Facebook, the YouTube logo. When I speak on Facebook and Instagram, when you get notified, you get the slightest, smallest red dot of indication on your notifications. It's a treat. You can't miss it in the sea of blue that the social media platforms tend to rely on. We will go to blue and its psychological influence on you in due time. To put a long story short, it's calm, peaceful. You enjoy a calm and peaceful situation scrolling through, hypnotized on your social media platforms, and then when that little bling of red hits you and you catch that, you feel such a surge of powerful experience, and you can't miss it, right? It's proven that red can provoke the most potent of emotions, okay? It's the colour of power, full stop. When we speak on regal colours, the colour of a queen or a king's cape and crown, red, gold, potentially purple comes into play. When we look at celebrities walking the red carpet, it's significant of power, luxury, okay? The fastest and the most luxurious cars in the world. We look at Ferraris. Look at the colour, right? Wearing red clothing gives you power, creates you incredible attention magnetism, and allows you to stand out. Although on the flip side there is a downside, right? It's also significant of anger, danger, as we spoke on regarding the signs. And when you see, let's say, a businessman, one of the more popular ones, Donald Trump, you'll look at his tie and he will change his tie on occasion, dependent on what message he wishes to portray at that moment in time. You will see him with a blue tie, generally speaking, when the message is to be conveyed in a subtle and friendly manner, whereas when he's in debate, when he's having to push a point across in dispute, you will see the symbolic red tie, and you yourself will be able to do this yourself in your day-to-day activity, utilizing the color in order to create attention. We attach meanings through pattern recognition, and we naturally go through life observing the color red being utilized to reinforce a powerful message. So subconsciously, people are going to be looking at you as a symbol of carrying whatever they project upon that colour. Red being the one we're discussing today, you see. And that's why colour psychology and understanding, at the very least, what a colour attaches itself to in the world, evolutionarily, marketing and symbolically, it will be able to really emphasize your character and your message and your communication, as well as you being able to observe why you perceive certain videos in a certain way, certain images in a certain way, certain lipsticks in a certain way. So here's the money shot for you people who are interested in seduction and attraction and so forth. Love is the colour red. Passion, sexuality, romance, lust. When you go to purchase a Valentine's Day gift, what colour is it going to be presented in? It communicates a feeling of attraction. So if you wear an item of clothing which radiates this colour, by default the person may apply that to your character, apply that to your identity, your person, okay? It communicates attraction, and it can energize through its symbol and expression of power. It can increase a person's heart rate. I've always been a fan of a red blanket, a red duvet, red cushions. Pristine, regal royalty. Sexual, alright? Passionate to the highest degree. When we call somebody hot, what does that mean? They're hot. You see where we're coming from? The heart is red, or at least it's generally pictured as red, the woman applies red lipstick, it's attractive because it portrays and mirrors the other set of lips once it's aroused and engorged with blood. When a woman is feeling herself, some say more regularly during particular moments of her ovulation cycle, she will wear the red dress in preparation for procreation. It's symbolic. As far as different types of reds and shades of red, like most colours, you have an absolute wealth of different hues and shades to choose from. In particular, you can have scarlet, which is a bright and bold red with hints of orange, like the colour of flames, embodying strength, energy, authority. We have blood red, which may have an ambiguous context as it symbolises life, yet is also associated with the spilling of blood, death. It's associated with violence when we think of blood. And we will apply that meaning to that colour just through our life of being, advertise this colour in this particular manner. Me personally, I find that red is the counter opposite to the colour blue. They both complement each other as far as your character and personality is concerned. One is not better than the other, but they do send out two different messages. Blue signifying peace and calm, whereas red is frantic and bold. Those who are attracted to and consider red their favourite colour tend to be enthusiastic, very passionate, charismatic. It tends to also be the colour of one who considers themselves, or maybe actually naturally is, a leader, whereas the negative traits of an individual who is interested in this colour can be impulsive, aggressive, to an extent violent, right? And they aren't tendencies that we find attractive in a partner, obviously. So whereas it is vibrant, there is negative connotation, so you have to take it with a pinch of salt and approach the colour with respect, perhaps more so than any other colour, okay? Associated with warning signs, we don't want to walk around like a warning sign, but we do want to catch attention when necessary, and we do want to portray sensuality, right? And as a man, to be seen as powerful is, for the most part, not a negative. Too much red will provoke aggression and irritation in the other party. If your communication is heading in that direction, it can escalate. So people can be stressed out purely through communicating with you and absorbing that energy for a long time. Alright? You need to accommodate this with your actual personality and communication with the other individual or individuals, purely as if you are overtly in pursuit, let's say, you can come across as sleazy, and you can overwhelm, a potential sexual suitor through this, as opposed to if you were in pursuit with a different colour. The most intense colour, some may say. It provokes strong emotions, like I said, evolutionarily, biologically speaking. It's symbolic of fire, and fire is dangerous. Fire kills. So perhaps you could utilize a lighter tone when necessary. Me personally, let's say you're going for a job interview, or if you're going to court or so forth, I would leave the red at home, because you don't want to risk being put forward in that manner. There are positions where you need to play the submissive role, and you're not going to be able to utilize, unless you were meaning to sexually, influence the opposition through one means or another, but that's risky business, right? And so that's a little bit of food for thought, plenty of topic for discussion. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm going to sign out. Peace.